Bienvenidos a otro episodio de That's Fire, Bro. Welcome to another episode of That's Fire, Bro. It's your boy Steven. You got your boy Danny.
Yo.
Your boy Angel. You got Jose. And we got a special guest today, Joel.
Yo. Thank you for the invite, bro. I appreciate it.
Yo, let's go to the Bad Bunny concert.
Fuck that.
Who's trying to pay the $2,000 for that shit?
Not me.
What do you mean? Why not?
$2,000?
Bro,
I threw the
it's
money
fucking
at
Bad
that
Bunny.
stripper.
Number one artist in the world. In my
the
opinion,
world.
in my opinion, it's
I ain't paying $2,000 to go see that motherfucker. I'm sorry.
I bought tickets. I bought 3 tickets. $600 each.
Okay.
Money man.
No, but I'm looking at it like, bro, I get it. Number one artist in the world. Y tu vas ahí, whatever, chilling. I'm in a whole nother fucking country for $2,000.
I mean,
Bing, that's where I hit, bro.
true,
That's
but
me,
like
100%.
that's an experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that concert is gonna be something different.
Exactly.
And we're gonna get that experience watching your lives.
You know what
What?
it is, bro? Like, with that concert,
Wait, what
I
the
think
fuck?
you're 100% right. I mean, Bad Bunny is easily top.
Nah, time out. I'm sorry to interrupt this conversation. This man just almost deep-throated my mic. I'm
Hey,
like,
yo.
pause.
Yo.
He coming in hella aggressive. I'm like, yo, you scared me, man. Nah, you wish I did. Well, back to the
So
conversation.
you were saying,
though.
Yeah, like, I mean, we all know Bad Bunny top of the charts. Like, let's not act like he
Absolutely.
isn't. And he's definitely worth that money, but I think it's going to be on your mindset of it. Like, that's the same thing I'm thinking. You know, Steven thinking about going to Colombia. Do I want to drop that money on Bad Bunny, or am I leaving that for Colombia?
And cocaine.
I get it. Some people be like, yo, do both.
To
My bank account not set up like that.
To me, it's more the
That's the
experience. Like, you don't want to regret it. And at the end of the day, money comes and goes. Experience don't. Memories don't. Unless you actually live the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
nah. I, feel
I
like
bought them. Whoever wants to go, have 2 extra tickets. Come with me. If not, lo vendo. It is what it is.
Oh, chat, you got 2 extra tickets. I'm going to hit you up.
Nah, but
I mean, I do feel like they're gonna drop. I feel like they're not gonna stay like all the way up to like front row is what 2,500 right now, some shit like that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing about the PS5, and I still can't get my hands on one, and all I see is the price going up on StockX. Next thing you know, these
What
tickets...
you mean? You can get that shit anywhere.
What?
Allegedly,
PS5.
they're gonna mark on them.
They're coming out
Eventually,
everywhere.
I guess I'm the sucker that hasn't gotten their hands on one, but...
It's not just you.
Bro, like, think about it, bro. I get it. You're making money. You can afford to do these things, and that's an experience. All things I agree with. But... but, aside from this man next to me...
For those that
I
don't
just
know,
don't
Jose got vaccinated. He got both of the doses, and he's a little
fidgety. Just says a little fidgety.
A little jumpy. But like I said, bro, like I get it. It's an experience. But for me, personally, I'll much rather go on vacation for $2,000 with my girl than spend 3 hours at a concert with my girl.
Do you think the people listening in agree with you or disagree with you?
No, there's definitely going to be people going to be like, yo, he's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
Broke boy.
Broke-ass motherfucker. Get yourself a credit card.
I mean, I'm on the same boat though. Like, even for me, thinking about it, right? If I'm gonna go see Bad Bunny, if I gotta think about spending that money to go alone or go on vacation, I'd rather go sit on a beach on a tropical island on vacay by myself.
Never know. Nigga,
A
Bad
lot
Bunny might
more
go to the islands.
experience.
Apart from Bad Bunny, would there be another artist that you would pay a high amount to go see?
To me, that's him and Drake territory.
Because at the end of the day, I get $2,000 for fucking being all the way in the bleachers as to being floor seats. But like, would you pay for another artist?
I will.
It's between him and Drake.
You would drop $2,000 on Drake?
Him and Drake. I mean, if you're telling me, especially,
I'm saying, would you pay it? Would you pay it?
of course.
I will pay to go see Russian music. You know,
Nigga. And this
See, that's a different vibe because ahora Jose.
My man went to a whole other country.
But aren't they like a band?
We were talking about it the other
Swedish
day.
House Mafia.
Swedish House Mafia.
Yo, that's not one day. That's not one day.
Hey, what do you mean it's not one day?
Like these.
well, if they do a concert, it's gonna be a whole a tour.
No, I know, but you were telling me how there's not
I
set
want to
up
go
for
fist pumping.
like you were telling me like these setups are
heard.
not just
Okay.
like one day things. Like you go to
that's a
these
festival.
events, these festivals exactly, and you experience multiple
But
days
if
of
they-
different
they-
music
if
and
they do
DJs.
their own tour, like themselves.
That's worth it because it's not just one
Coachella
day.
shit.
And,
Yo, I'm down.
And if we're being serious, if there is someone you're dropping that money on, it is Bad Bunny. Like, there's,
course.
especially with the rumors that he's doing multiple albums, he's performing. Like,
And
you have
who?
no
It's
idea.
not just gonna be Bad Bunny. You know he's coming out with monsters, guest
sure.
features. You know all these people
Maybe,
coming
maybe
out.
not. You don't know.
You kind of know.
Bad
I
Bunny
mean,
different, man. You gotta realize he
kinda
does whatever the hell he wants to do. Bad Bunny ain't your average artist.
I
As
get it.
crazy as that sounds.
He don't need a feature, but he's gonna give the crowd what they want for $1,000. You better fucking bring out something.
Dios, pero el tipo anda
I
con
can't see him
Pitchfork.
performing alone.
Crop tops.
Oh, look, he dropped an album that everybody was like, "What the hell is this?" And
Fire.
She got me
It's
in my
fire,
bag.
It was honestly a what the hell is this for your first time listening
exactly
to it.
now it's fire.
And then you listen to it and you're like, oh, nice.
And it was back to back, three albums back to back. So it's like, and that, like Jose was saying, you see him at the club with a crop top and a rake, and you're like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I bet you there was no rake in stock the next day at Home Depot.
Niggas cashed out.
Niggas cashed out and shit like that. No, I agree.
The motherfuckers put the prices up. Oh, you here for the Bad Bunny rake? Please wait
Yeah,
online.
please wait online.
And look what he did with WrestleMania and all of that shit.
Yo, he's living life, bro.
Like
man,
that. He revived wrestling, even though wrestling we all know.
Cause he's
fake.
staying, yeah, but like he's staying in his own lane. Like that's what you guys like. Look at Anuel and Ozuna. Like they're not the same anymore.
They're too mainstream now. They sold out. I feel like they sold
Yeah,
out.
like it's not like Bad Bunny has stuck to Bad Bunny since the beginning.
I agree with that with more with Ozuna than I do Anuel.
I know started talking shit about everybody, so it's like he
But
kind of
they're friends allegedly.
They made up.
yeah, but
No,
it
they're
looks
friends.
weird.
They're allegedly their friends.
Yeah, cause
It's
but,
just all for show. It was like Daddy Yankee doing my back in the day. How everybody thought they were beefing when they're not.
Look, I'm a big. I like Anuel a lot. I think people give him shit for who he is more than his music, for sure. People always will just because obviously, I mean, he obviously has some type of issue.
I mean, yeah, but like looking at it now, Ozuna looks like Anuel's little puppy.
Well, Ozuna became a bitch. Let's
But
be
exactly,
real
I mean, he
about
brought himself back with that Obi song. He kind of, she spit
mean,
some
yeah.
bars there. He spit some bars there.
it. Can one song bring?
But
that
is
guy back?
Anuel
Who,
the
Ozuna?
same? Is
Yeah, one
Anuel?
song.
No, I think
Hold on. Is Anuel the same Anuel as when he came out? Obviously, he had to go a little more commercial because of everything he went through.
Absolutely
He's not
but-
as dirty.
Yeah, but I feel like he went a different route and he didn't have to.
But he also said that he cleaned up some of his stuff because of Carol. And
mean-
now they're officially not together.
Who?
I'm being.
Yeah, it's been like 5
Yeah,
months,
but,
4 months, some
but
shit like
the
that.
difference with Anuel was he got out of jail. He knew that being the hardcore Anuel he was back then was not going to give him revenue. It was not going to get him paid. He had to go commercial to a certain extent.
And he does it well.
Yes, but like I get why I'm one of the fans that to me kind of dragged it a little bit. Like, all right, you did what you had to do. You put up your numbers. Now come back to the original Anuel.
I think he needs to find the excuse me. I think he needs to find the mix.
Synergy.
Of like, yo, I can give you some of this stuff still.
But
I'm
he still
gonna give
has
you
it.
some
The
of
Whoopty
old
remix, he did a good job.
fire. Ozuna actually killed that shit. That I gave to him.
And personally, I feel like Ozuna did a better job than Anuel, but I'm not.
I actually agree.
I think he did a better job.
You're saying that because you don't see that in Osuna. He
No,
actually
I
did a
actu-
good job.
I actually say that because he kept the same. He kept that flow. He did like that.
That's what it was.
That Wayne Lil Baby thing where they took a flow, and every time you thought he was gonna change it up, he just
Oh no, yeah.
kept
But he
attacking.
had to. The same thing with the Obi song. He had to.
I mean, but he did it. He performed.
It's like that's why Myke Towers is different.
Nah,
Mike needs to be a little more commercial though.
He's little.
He was
He,
commercial.
no, he has to
Ese
be
álbum,
a.
ese álbum no es para todo el mundo.
Yeah, that is straight God, yeah, and it's fire. I'm not gonna lie, like Mike is fire. First song, fucking what is it? I forgot what it's called. Let me look.
Fucking love that shit.
Bro, that shit started. I put that on my car. On my way
That's
to
a
work.
gym playlist. That album is a gym album.
Of course.
Meeting Me Out as an intro, I was just like, oh shit, this album gonna
But
be
he clearly,
blast that
stupid.
by
but he
yourself
clearly
in the
said
whip.
it though. He said it. This is not a commercial album.
tweeted
This
that.
is for the streets.
Yeah.
And he tweeted, "This is for the young kids, so they can know that they don't have to change. They should stay to who they are,
Their craft.
their craft." Like a lot of people tried going back to Anuel. He switched, but we can't get mad at him at the end of the day for it. But he's like, "Yo, stay with your natural roots."
Yeah, but Mike, I think this album, Mike did a lot better of a job of hooking us in with his hooks. I mean, his producer went crazy. Let's not even joke about it. There's
He had
so
a lot
many
of
beats.
American producers on it.
Some of those beats were going crazy. Business, that beat goes insane.
The beat with what's that crazy nigga's name?
But like back to the fact
When
that
John
it's for
Zeta.
the
With
streets.
John Zeta, that song hard.
We had Jose in the car, and you know Jose being little Mr. Russian mobster, listen to, you know, he's very mainstream. So when I put the album on in the car, he was like, "Yo, what the fuck are we listening to?"
And everybody bumps it though.
And I was like, "That's because you're not in tune. You're not listening to it for the lyrics."
You're not running to Myke Towers to listen to a radio hit.
Exactly.
That's just
Yeah, you just
what it is.
listen to the lyrics. If it resonates with you, then you're gonna like it. If you're not, then it's gonna be
True.
gibberish.
He's in his own level.
But I do agree with you, Danny.
Like,
He
you know what I
needs
mean?
to find, and he doesn't even need to find a lot of it. He needs to find that commercial mix that hits for him, where it's just like, even if it's just the hook or whatever it is, he needs to figure out how to draw people in with some type of commercial. He's
He
just
might have
missing.
to
A
do
Yeah,
little
but
needs
he
something.
he has it in the sense of the remixes. Like he's the go-to when it comes to remixes.
But
Because he
that's
could
all
give his.
verses.
No, of course, I agree with you.
But that's what's gonna make him mainstream.
I feel like he's too.
It's what's gonna get him on a lot of tracks, and always people are gonna look for him. People are like, yo, I need Towers on this. Yo, I need Towers on this. But
He's gonna body it every time. You know he's gonna body it every time.
And I got it.
It's like
todo el
Lil
mundo-
Wayne. It's like
todo el
Wayne
mundo-
back in the day.
Exactly.
Not a lot of people heard of Wayne till Carter 3, maybe.
Yeah, but Wayne had a lot of like Joel was
Self.
saying, like just his own songs, no verses.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't hearing Wayne on verses.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally just
And then
songs.
eventually people are like, yo, this motherfucker's the next best thing.
But going to what we're talking about, Mike needs songs. I agree with that. Not just like La Jipeta, what was the other shit? La Curiosidad, like
yeah,
He
Exactly,
Needs, he
the-
needs more
the
of
Rochi
the
songs, shit like-
songs.
yeah, he kills his verses.
oh yeah,
and
he does. He said that. Yeah.
and that's never an issue with him. But the thing is Myke Towers. Someone puts up something, right? Feature Myke Towers remix. We run into that.
Yeah.
Myke Towers album. Half those people ain't run into that, and that's where he's gonna have his splits, right? He needs to figure out.
Maybe a bigger body of work.
I don't know. Bigger that album was long.
I mean, yeah, 23
No,
songs.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
like
it was
a
because
bigger
like
body.
Mike, 23 songs,
No, but
number 23. You know what I mean?
Like a bigger body of work, like me, more music to eventually reach more people.
But
And that's possible as well.
I had this conversation with Danny a couple weeks ago. To me, I feel like certain artists will never reach a certain level. So let me explain to everybody in the sense of, let me give an example of Fabulous. We know
philosophizer.
we all know Fab, great artist. Everybody loved him, but Fab never hit that number one artist level. You know what I'm saying?
You heard this thing coming down the stairs?
Like,
And crazy because Fab actually found the commercial success, but I think but back then being independent was very tough, and Fab is one of those independent guys. So I think that's hindered him a little bit, but I know exactly.
like what I was saying is like Ozuna hit his peak. Anuel hit his peak, but Anuel never hit an Ozuna peak.
True.
To speak.
I did.
Okay.
All right, guys, don't pay attention. I'm telling you, like I said, he's high off the fucking vaccine.
He's
he got
off
this
the
morning.
doses. He's off the
Off the
doses.
doses.
If you
just
haven't been
chugged half a
vaccinated,
water
these are one of the side effects.
Exactly. Now, but yeah, going back to that's what I'm saying. So
Everybody has to find their own thing.
yeah,
you
but
could say.
certain artists, like for example, Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye, Jay-Z, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, they all hit their level. Like, how do I put this? CJ, Whoopty was fire. Okay? He's not gonna be in another fucking level.
Because it's played out. He has to switch his flow. That's the thing. Whoopty has 6 remixes, I think.
I get it.
Or
So
some
like,
shit
so
like
we
that.
could agree that you're never gonna see him become as big as Pop.
Protect Blueface, baby.
Yeah, but there are some artists that
Blueface.
can, but don't. I'm going to bring it to the dembow scene. Rochi. At one point, era papá de DR. Nobody fucked with Rochi. El Alfa steps in DR. Where is Rochi now? He's only getting the clout right now because he's con la
El Alfa-
perversa
yeah.
and all this shit. But that's another topic.
But El Alfa's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
But that's my thing. Rochi's the one right under El Alfa.
But you know what? You know what's not fair about that too, though, and obviously this has to do more with just who they are as people. Alpha knows how to market himself, bro.
Exactly.
And we can't sit there and act like he doesn't. Alpha knows. Alpha has.
Yes,
a
and
business
Rochi's a
persona.
street nigga, un tigre de calle, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you want to sell, if you want to promote, you got to go a little bit commercial.
Going back to the Drake thing, it's true. Like revenue is so crazy right now.
It's true.
Yeah, but like that's what it is. Drake is on a whole another level. He dropped
Yeah.
3 songs, and he sold what niggas sell for their albums.
They just put out. He's the most streamed in 2021. He dropped 3 songs. This
He
year.
doesn't even have an album.
Hasn't even dropped.
Like I think first week was like what 140K, wasn't it some shit like that?
Yeah,
Or-
it's crazy for 3 songs.
3 songs?
For a 3-pack.
Aquí se emociona cuando él habla de Drake.
like there's levels. There's just
Who's a bigger artist, Kanye or Drake?
Drake.
shit got quiet real quick. That's
Bro,
Oh, y'all get
that's
quiet.
Look,
No,
I
I
think
say
it is Drake, right? It is
Body
Drake.
of work.
But Kanye.
What do you mean?
is
What about
crazy with
Kanye?
Kanye.
Producer,
Okay.
lyricist.
Okay. Pero la vaina de Kanye. No porque no está sonando, pero la vaina de Kanye.
Are you saying that because you're not a fan of Kanye?
I am.
You are a fan of Kanye,
I
okay.
have met Kanye shit.
Okay.
Old school Kanye though. That's the problem. And that's like we all go back to that old Kanye.
Look, I think Drake says it the best himself. He's not out there doing bundles to sell nothing.
Who is bigger?
That's a fact.
Drake out there selling bundles. Yo, you got an OVO sweatshirt. You got my album for free.
Who is bigger?
He don't do that.
Who is bigger?
Who is bigger?
Drake.
Right now, Drake, 100%.
Thanks to platforms around him.
Even with the whole Yeezy, all this bullshit.
Yeah,
That was bullshit though. Like it's like
not
to
bullshit.
me, nah.
He's a billionaire. It's not bullshit.
He is
He's a billionaire, but Yeezy helped him.
6.6.
Yeezy helped him.
What?
That's what it was.
What?
Kanye is 6.6.
Yeezy helped him a lot.
Yeah,
Yeezy
pero
helped
tú
him a
estás
lot.
hablando
He
de
started saying irrelevant
dinero.
shit.
Tú estás hablando de dinero. Who's
Yeah.
bigger?
Para el fin del día es grande.
Kanye or fucking Bill Gates? Or Jeff Bezos? We're
Jeff
talking
Bezos is.
192, 200
Jeff
billion.
Bezos bigger.
I'm talking about.
But
I'm keeping it within the music, not the money.
But
public
okay,
eye, yeah,
but
to like the
just like
public
we
eye.
spoke about LeBron and Jordan, LeBron is bigger if you leave basketball. And if you put them together outside of basketball and within basketball, LeBron is probably bigger than Jordan because of what he does outside of basketball. So that's what I'm saying. So Drake is within the music, but Kanye was within the music, but he's also outside the music.
The
You
thing
understand?
is
I feel like you're just saying that because he ran for president. I feel like that's why you're just saying that.
But
I mean, that truth be told.
I feel like you're just saying that because he ran for president.
president.
Yeah, but he ran for president. Half the people laughed at him. Like, what are you
He got
doing,
like
bro?
60 votes.
With the fucking birthday party.
Nah, but not even just that, right? That's also for you guys. So you guys are huge sneakerheads, right? You guys get all the sneakers. Of course, Kanye is gonna have such a high impact on you guys because he's in that
Oh
market.
no, not for me. I'm just
Jordan.
saying what I believe.
But that's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
He is.
Jordan.
Yeezy,
'Cause he
Yeezy,
changed
like,
the
helped him
world.
get to where he's at.
That's for sure, money wise. But if you think
Exactly.
about avenues of different things you're doing, can you really say he's bigger than Drake? Really think about everything.
Are you saying take away
Drake
his
no tiene
clothing
tenis,
line?
loco.
It's just music. It's just
And
But you
OVO's
can't-
not really that big of a
Y
clothing
nadie
brand.
está
It's
usando
not.
So
OVO.
you're saying taking away Kanye's clothing and stuff like that?
if you take away.
But you can't though because he has it.
Music,
No,
bro.
no.
Music. Just leave it at music.
If you
right
leave it
now.
at music, I don't think you can. I mean, I think it's right there. It's neck and neck. You can make an argument either.
Because the same argument we could say with Jay-Z.
Because people will say
Who is bigger?
people will say Kanye is actually the reason why Drake is who he is.
Yeah, but that's
There's
true.
people that say that. There's people that say
That's
that
like saying
influence.
that's like saying Romeo Santos is who he is because of Anthony Santos. A lot of people say that.
People paved the way.
But
People
that's
do
true
pave the
though.
way.
That is true,
Aventura was
though.
Aventura because of the Beatles. Yes, but you paving the way. I still gotta produce.
Yeah, he did.
I gotta come up.
And Drake does that.
There's a lot of people that came out because of Kanye and then they died.
True. I feel like there's just levels. I put Kanye right under Drake. That's my personal opinion.
Do you pair anybody with
That-
Drake?
Jay-Z's the only one I
Who
can
could
think
sit
of.
at Drake's table?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's
Only
the
them
o-
two.
The only
Nobody else.
Under that, you got Kanye, Lil Wayne, you got Eminem. You could then you could add like the
That's-
other people.
yeah, you
We're
go from.
talking music. You probably throw in Dr. Dre, influential. Snoop Dogg.
But then you have to talk about
influential.
Kanye when it comes to that also, because he
Second
is
tier.
influential when it comes to producing.
He's that
made a lot of
second
hits,
tier
though.
though.
Tier 2.
He's tier 2. He's not tier 1. There's only I feel like there's only 2 people you could put tier 1.
Dude, look, I'm gonna sit here and say
You're
I
talking
am not-
to one of the biggest
Even-
Drake fans you probably know.
Then look at it like
And
this.
I am trying to get you guys to say the other side.
I am not.
No.
I am not a Jay-Z guy. I've never been a Jay-Z guy.
I don't
but
really
I
see
have a
him.
lot of respect for those people. Right? Jay-Z's run was incredible. Jay-Z could still drop an album, and people are still gonna go run to listen to it.
That's a fact.
And another
Drake
thing,
has that as well. Everybody else dies out. Everybody else dies out. People just die out after a while.
you know who's probably up there in short-lived career? Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, but that's
hard to compare.
that's a hard argument.
Like Pop Smoke.
Yeah, because you
Okay,
never knew where
pero
that was gonna go to,
It's like
and you had the
I'm
expectation.
gonna tie it into a $300 million contract. You signed the man to $300 million because of his potential future.
Yes.
El hombre tuvo 2-3 años de música, and look how influential he still is to the game. To
Yes.
the fact that look, we're still listening to his stuff.
True, he pioneered. You could say. True, yeah, you
So
could say
él
that.
puede estar ahí.
We could- we-
You could bring him
We
up to
could
that
even go as
conversation.
far as 6ix9ine. Look at 6ix9ine, his beginning of his career. All he had to do was rat, and everybody threw him out the window.
Nah, you see, because I believe that when he got out of jail, and he dropped that song. What was it with the
I couldn't answer that question.
shit? Yeah,
Your lawyer doesn't let you?
No, I legitimately have not listened to a single thing he's done since that whole thing.
I heard
But
the first
also,
one.
it's like it's our
He dropped
generation.
that song, then he started talking shit about everybody. Go running him out. If he would have just shut up dropped that song that everybody listened to because everybody listened to it.
Promise you, I did not.
He talked, and the song was fire.
Promise.
I am not a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan, but that song was fire. The video was fucking fire. How they did, or the fucks. I mean, if you put it in the position wise, it's different. If you put it in the position wise, it's different. But if he would have just kept quiet, kept dropping a song after that, he could have been relevant again. He ran his mouth, and then everybody's like, this nigga hasn't changed. So we're just going to let him kill himself and die off. That's why he died off.
The thing is, what changed was that he ratted. So now a lot of people stopped listening to him. He always talked his shit.
Yeah,
no, but when he dropped that video, once he came out, that shit was everywhere.
The thing is
Niggas that didn't want to play it were playing it. That shit was everywhere.
People like him, right? People love that image that he sets out. That's all it is. He's selling an image, and he does everything possible to continue to sell that image. And that's what people want. At the end of the day, people they don't care who he actually is. They want that image.
But he lost a lot of people.
He don't even care about who he is. He's selling the image now. He's making money.
But he lost. Not anymore.
Not anymore, but when he came out,
But
he
that's what
took
I'm saying,
advantage
though,
of
like-
all that hype, made some money. He's probably comfortable before he even went into jail.
Yeah.
Chilling.
He had that whole little stint. He's still out there. I mean, we all saw what happened with the Meek stuff, and I mean, there's three sides to every story. There's his side, the other side, and the truth. And he does a very good job of promoting himself. It's like this kid Jake Paul. He has everybody hating him. His name is in everyone's mouth. And guess what? He makes money.
And on top of that, he's a fucking YouTuber
¿Te dan la comida, José?
beating up
Then no te hago.
professional fighters.
Yo, order B-dubs.
So at the end of the day, whether
he hasn't had a
wins
real fight, in my opinion.
No, but whether he wins or
Order
loses,
B-dubs.
real fight or
Pass the
not,
phone around.
he's only getting
Order
more
on B-dubs and
popular.
pass the phone
He's
around.
just getting money.
And he making bank. He had like 70 million views.
People are like, this guy Jake Paul is such an ass. I bet Jake Paul is one of the coolest guys you ever meet in your life. But guess what? He's selling.
And to some people, that's clout. But at the end of the day, you getting paid.
You got to sell the image.
You getting paid.
You got to sell the image. It's what we were saying. It's what you were saying about Ronchi. He don't sell the image, so he'll never get out the streets.
He does, but the thing with Rochi is he sells the image to the same people. That is Rochi's problem.
Like,
It
you
is the
gotta
same
elevate
music.
yourself, man. Like, you gotta elevate yourself.
Yeah, these
Pero
guys are
Cardi
doing
B lo
whatever
dijo,
they
that's
can.
why Dembow nunca va a salir de Santo Domingo, porque esta
No,
gente no...
no, pero Dembow salió de Santo Domingo. Because of
New
one
York.
person called El Alfa. No, yes, yes.
He said out New York.
A New York. Tú le dices a un dominicano, they don't say the United States, they say New York. You get it? They're not taking it to Europe. They're not taking it to Asia. They're not taking it to other parts of the world. And I get it. El Alfa did his thing. All props to him. But the genre itself.
Because Dembow's not really music. Like, that's just like, you know, it's a tateo. Like, it's a vibe.
¿Cómo es?
I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I'm saying? But Dembow at the end of the day is not music. It's just a fire ass beat that gets your head wobbling.
No,
We gotta be real with it. You know, you say we get a hook.
It's
like
not that music that you see going.
exactly.
It'll lose its touch if it comes out of I get it. I
There's a time and place for all types of music, and that's definitely one of
like
those.
there's a time and place to eating ass.
If that's what you're into.
I don't think.
We're not gonna get to that topic this episode.
We'll leave
talk
that
about-
for next week.
for next
We'll leave
week.
that for next week.
That being said, thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.